The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. They'll fake it. Now Smith. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 42 yards. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path. A significant number.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. Now it's Hines. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A credit the tackle to Juan Thornhill.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offense.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Mahomes. He hits Mooney going across the middle. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. Oh, they nearly took it the distance. Not quite, though. What a great return as they finally corral him inside the 5 at the 3.
All praises for a tremendous return, but how about the guys that never gave up on the play, refused to let him get into the end zone, and tracked him down before he got there and made the tackle? A lot of pride exhibited by guys on special teams.
On 1st down, Cummins. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. On 2nd down now, Cummins. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. To throw is Smith. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th. On 4th down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. And this one is right through. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
10-6 the score after 1 right here on EA Sports. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They run the counter. Cummins, and he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Cummins, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he's got it. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 52 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifting, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach, in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Brandon, I won't go overboard here, but it looks like he's off to another nice start after what he did last week when he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, obviously a great start to the season, doing it in week 1. He's one of those guys we maybe had pegged for a big year, showing out so far.
Well, you did say that to me in preseason. Looks like you're on target.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And the Chiefs are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. 2nd down and goal. Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 6. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area they're getting.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make it 17-13. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot here before break. Smith. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this one is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Are back underway now on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a gain of a yard, and the Chiefs are going to have a first down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's got room. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Mahomes now to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. 20. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
They'll run on 1st down. Cummins. And a 2nd effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding hard right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the 2nd half. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Mahomes finds his man. It's Kelsey on the crossing route here. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 14. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think someone's going to get into QB1-0 when it gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the 2nd person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, 2nd drive, not much better. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Mahomes to throw once more. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And his kick is indeed good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, Cummins. And he's taken down inside the 30. 44 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the air now with Smith. Forced out to his left. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll try the left side. Cummins, and this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take over here up near the 40. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Yeah, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. On second down now, Cummins. And he's got some space here. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 43 yards.
Secondary, and when you see that going on, that is never a good sign, but it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Smith now to throw. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Christian Watson. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Packers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone, it's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick-6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really, you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Have the right defense call, it will make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. One final try for Mahomes. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
Petty, don't matter. As that teller tatter, I pray to God they rather.